Hey, you two, how's it going? Well, I tell you what, aside from the weather, which is mostly reasonable-ish, it's a little cool the last few days, but aside from that, not so great. Health-wise, I'm doing mostly okay, unless, of course, you look at the fact that I'm still having trouble quitting smoking, and my weight is, well, a disaster area. Yeah. Uh, it comes down to the thing that I've talked about before, the difficulty in losing weight and quitting smoking at the same time. It's a problem. Because typically, and this has proven true in my case, what a person does is uses one thing as a crutch to help them get through the other. And that's kind of the way it usually goes. When a person tries to quit smoking, they end up gaining weight. Because food is one of the things they use to keep them from lighting up again. And a person trying to lose weight, if they are a smoker, are going to smoke pretty consistently. For example, I have personally found that on days when I'm smoking, I can keep my calories and carbohydrates numbers way down. You know, I can easily have a 1,200 calorie day, easy, without any problem at all, if it's a day that I'm smoking. Yeah, have a day when I'm not smoking and it's a lot rougher. It's a lot rougher to keep the number low enough to be in the losing weight category. Specifically, with my height and weight, it takes approximately 2,400 calories per day to maintain my current weight. Actually, I think it's just a teensy bit over 2,400, something like that. I haven't looked up the actual. I have the actual formula. I just don't feel like bothering with it. But the point is, right now, my weight has been going up pretty steadily for the last week or so. And I'm only just now getting to a point where I might eventually get into a weight loss range with my calories and carbohydrate intake per day. It's been bad. In trying to get myself into a situation where I'm consistently smoke-free for 4 or 5 consecutive days, a thing which I have so far failed. The best I can seem to have managed so far is about 3 days, or 3.5, I think. And it's just being really rough. My calorie intake over the last week, let's see, on the 10th of April, it was 4,500 calories. I don't remember what exactly, but it was pretty much everything that wasn't nailed down. The 3 days following that, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, the calories consumed the day before on each of those days was so high that I didn't write it down in my spreadsheet record. I didn't make a record of it. It was that bad. But I know on each of those days it was well over 5,000. Yeah. Yesterday morning, the calorie number for the day before was 3,532. This morning, the number of calories consumed yesterday was 3,792. This morning, my weight peaked at 313.2. This is extremely in the neighborhood of unacceptable. Basically, I kind of feel like I'm driving around in a truckload of fail. And you see, this truckload of fail is big, you know, seriously. It's like 42 miles wide, 69 miles tall, and 91 million miles long. So that's a lot of fail. And yeah, you know, I look at my weight getting up where it is now, where a week and a half ago, my weight was 293. And I was going towards actually maybe even reaching the 280s. Yeah. And yes, I was smoking for those days. And it's just one mess after another. Now, people in the comments have had helpful suggestions. A lot of people suggest things like vaping. No, that is not going to happen. Vaping devices deliver nicotine. Yes, I know there are some that can be also set up to not deliver nicotine, but they are also expensive, costly in a realm that I am not going to visit. Okay? It's just the way it is. And besides which, quitting smoking means quitting nicotine. The whole idea is to get off of the nicotine addiction. Substituting one form of it for another, you know, substituting some other way of getting nicotine for the cigarettes is actually not productive at all. That's just the way I see it. Someone suggested that I should spend a lot of my time doing something that I like, whatever thing that I like more than cigarettes, more than smoking. And that's a great idea. Sadly, however, there is only one activity that I like more than smoking, and I haven't had the opportunity to partake in that particular pleasure in blank years. Anyway, I don't foresee it changing very soon at all. Eventually, sure, but I don't see it happening right now. Anyway, other suggestions involve eating this or chewing that, or, you know, and nuts, things like celery and carrots. I like all these things, I genuinely do, but my teeth are in terrible condition and I can't eat them. Nuts I can't eat because they're too hard and it hurts, and pieces of them get stuck between my teeth and that hurts, and it just is, no, I'm not going to do it. I've learned better. I've tried to in the past, and it's just, no, it's not worth doing. And celery, I love celery. Celery is one of the most amazing things around. It is fantastic. I love it. But, no. And carrots are, well, the carrots is like eating bullets. No, I'm not going to do that. It hurts. You know, it just isn't going to work. I'm still working on it. I'm trying, seriously. Someone suggested I take up chewing tobacco. No, 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 And no. The mere concept of that has always, ever since I was a kid, totally grossed me out. It's too bad cigarettes didn't totally gross me out. I'd have never gotten into this mess. Let's see. Nicotine gums and patches, but there again, that's the whole, the whole idea is to get off the nicotine. And even if stepping down the dosage is an idea, there is the simple fact that there is also this deeply over 40 years deeply ingrained habit of actually performing the act of smoking. Yeah. Anyway, as of the beginning of this video, when I first came on here and started saying, hey YouTube, how's it going? I was at 38 hours and about 26 minutes. That's how long I've been smoke-free as of the start of this video. And right now, I'm going to try to reach 4 days, which means reaching 96 hours. As a little bit of a bonus, I'd like to reach 100 hours. I have not reached a smoke-free time like that in a very long time. I'm trying. But every time I even think about the amount of weight I'm gaining, because I don't have to look at the scale. I can feel it. I am lumbering around like some kind of ginormous mountain with little teeny spindly legs. And it's just gross and disgusting to think about. Looking in the mirror is not something I'm thrilled about doing right now, because I can see the difference, because I can feel the difference of what my weight is now and what it was a week and a half ago. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 4 days or not. I'm going to try. In the meanwhile, I'm starting to get into the realm of I'm just yapping. So I'm going to have to end this fairly soonish. On a note about videos on the game channel, I have been for several days trying to put together another episode of Hermitcraft. It's been rough going because I'm at that point where everything starts to look like a cigarette, okay? Yeah. Well, you know what it is. Somebody said once that when your only tool is a hammer, every problem starts to look like a nail. You know, and in this case, it's not that the cigarette is a tool. It's this thing that it's hard to get it. It's very, very hard to get it out of my head, and everything starts to look like one. Yeah. I have in the last few weeks, I did manage to get several episodes of Fallout 4 recorded. And I might, if I can't keep the routine going, I might just start throwing those episodes up so that I can have something going up. I am trying to get a Hermitcraft episode done. I've been doing a lot in the last few days. I've spent a lot of time mining, actually. First time in quite a while. Of course, the way things have been going, I would be on there for 5 or 10 minutes and end up having to log out because it was just necessary. and I'm having, it's getting kind of hard to focus on any one thing for any amount of time. And as you can probably tell, the way my conversation has been all over the place, and the fact that I'm still yapping after 15 and a half minutes. My God, what is this? Anyway, yeah, I need to shut up, and I'm not going to cut this video up, and just going to put it up as is. And maybe future videos will be shorter, but more frequent, perhaps. That might be a good idea. In any event, if you're still watching, sincerely, thank you for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here. Mr. TinFoilChef.